One album, one voice, one woman who vanished from the spotlight, yet never left the throne. It's 2025, and Lauryn Hill still runs the game. Not because she's everywhere, but because her impact never left. This is the story of an artist who rewrote music, left at a peak, and became a living legend. Let's talk about why Lauryn Hill is still the queen of the culture. Before the world knew her name, Lauryn Hill was just a teenager with a voice that could shake your soul and bars that hit like truth bombs. She joined the Fugees, a group that would redefine 90s hip-hop. But even then, one thing was clear: Lauryn wasn't just part of the group, she was a heartbeat. She brought something raw, spiritual, and powerful, a perfect mix of intellect, vulnerability, and lyrical fire. In a male-dominated era, Lauryn stood out, not by mimicking the boys, but by bringing the full force of a womanhood into every line. People weren't just listening, they were feeling her. In 1998, Lauryn Hill dropped one of the most important albums of all time, The Miseducatin of Lauryn Hill. She was only 23, and yet she gave us a masterpiece full of soul, heartbreak, black womanhood, motherhood, and truth. This wasn't just R&B. This wasn't just hip-hop. This was scripture. She rapped like a poet, sang like a prophet, and taught like a revolutionary. When she sang, it could all be so simple, but you'd rather make it hard. You felt that in your chest. She became the first hip-hop artist and the first black woman to win Album of the Year, and she did it all on her own terms. The world was listening, and Lauryn was teaching. After conquering the world, Lauryn Hill disappeared. No sophomore album, no mainstream collabs, just silence. But that silence spoke louder than 1,000 chart toppers. Fantasy is what people want, but reality is what they need. She rejected the industry, fame, expectations, all of it, and instead, she chose truth. Lauryn wasn't running from music, she was running toward herself. What some called a fall from grace was really a climb toward freedom. She left the charts, but stayed in the culture, quietly influencing everything around her. Because real power doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers and the world still listens. Lauryn Hill hasn't released a studio album in over 25 years, and yet she's in everything. SZA's vulnerability, HER's soul, J. Cole's conscious bars, Kendrick's intensity. They're all walking in footsteps she laid decades ago. Lauryn made it okay to cry, to question, to rebel, and still be powerful. Winner picks up a guitar and tells the truth. Lauryn's DNA is in every note. J. Cole called her his greatest inspiration. Kendrick Lamer named her one of the architects of his sound. From the biggest rappers to the newest voices, Lauryn's style, strength, and message are everywhere. Imagine if she came back today. She wouldn't need to adapt to the culture. She is the culture. You might not hear Lauryn Hill on the radio every day, but don't be fooled. She's still running the game. In fact, her absence from the mainstream spotlight only made her more powerful. Whether it's a rare live show or surprise feature, Lauryn reminds us that she's still the queen, still a force. When she does show up, whether at a festival or a rare public appearance, she commands a room. She makes headlines, and even more importantly, she makes us feel. It's not about albums. It's not about charts. It's about the legacy she created and continues to live. Her influence is reflected in every generation of artists, constantly reshaping the narrative of black music, feminism, and hip-hop. Her message didn't stop at the album. It's passed down, shared, and carried by fans who wear her words like a badge of honor. And let's not forget, Lauryn Hill was a pioneer for this. She wasn't just an artist, she was a blueprint for authenticity. The truth is, Lauryn Hill didn't just create timeless music. She became a symbol, a force of nature that has never been replaced, only revered. She didn't follow trends, she set them. She didn't try to stay relevant, she simply was relevant. And still, in 2025, her presence echoes in every corner of modern music. Her impact is still alive in the words of today's greatest artists. Lauryn Hill isn't just part of the game, she is the game. Her silence, It spoke louder than the noise. And her absence, it made her presence even more undeniable. She wasn't just a moment in music history. She's the reason the moment keeps coming back around. Lauryn Hill isn't fading away. She's transcended. And in 2025, she's still running the game.